Good evening, everybody. Wow. Well, welcome to this installment of our grid meditation series. This is the final Wednesday and final grid meditation of the year 2020. And it's very interesting being here at the end of this year, you know. It has been a year, folks. It has been one that will certainly go down in the record books for many years to come. So, yeah, let us make this a special meditation then in bringing as much light and calmness and courage and confidence and cheer for this shift into a new year. So, and I believe at some point recently, Jerome was talking about how New Year's Day creates a profound newness simply because humanity says that it does. So we, of course, here in the United States, follow the Gregorian calendar, which in a few days, on Friday, will be January 1st, 2021. And anytime that you have a large number of people focused on anything in particular, something happens, that something will manifest. And so when you have so many people focusing on something new is happening, where 2020 is about to be over. We're excited about 2021. We're hopeful that it will be different. We can very well rest assured that it will be different. In what way? Well, now that's the question, folks. But something new is definitely bubbling to the surface right now. And it may take several weeks to really see that unfold. And of course, I'm not just talking about the changing of the guard in regards to politics, but in many ways. So anyways, it will be interesting to see how this unfolds. And if anybody is curious on New Year's Eve, which is tomorrow night, which I'm just realizing. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Is that right? That's tomorrow night, folks. Wow. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Isn't that exciting? So tomorrow night, I will be chiming in on a crowdcast for Esoteric NYC for the astrology of 2021. And then on January 3rd, I'll be co-facilitating a 2021 astrology update as combined with Mayan astrology, aka the Mayan cosmovision, combined with cacao. So if you are curious about that one, check out, send me an email. You send me an email and I'll send you the link to it. So all this being said, the year 2020 is taking its last few breaths. Really? Yeah, tomorrow is New Year's Eve. Wow. So, it's a wonderful time to really contemplate within your own self what it is that you want to create or call in or cultivate in the coming year 2021. And I'll leave it at that. It's time now to get to our meditation. But for those of y'all that may be new, my name is Nick Lasky. I'm a professional astrologer and psychic based here in Richmond, Virginia. Hello, Richmond people. And I've been leading this and really taking the baton from a fabulous lady by the name of Renee Lee, who started this over 20 years ago. And, the pandemic summoned it right back up into necessity. So we are going to be doing a meditation to cultivate light and calmness and lots of other fabulous attributes and qualities, and then emanate it outward to humanity at this time, at this hour of dire beauty, as our good friend Caroline Casey likes to say, this hour of dire beauty. So go ahead and let's relax a little bit. If you need to stretch, if you need to adjust your physical body, whatever you may need to do to allow yourself to come into a relaxed position. And let's begin by taking 3 big exhales together. So first, breathing in through the nose. And a big open mouth exhale. Letting go of any tension, any tightness, any stress. Oh yes, the stress of 2020. We're going to really exhale it now. Taking a big breath in. Hold it for a moment, and all of the stress and tension and fear and anxiety of 2020, really release it. Let's do this one more time. That was a good practice round, folks. One more time. Breathing in. And a big exhale. And so bringing yourself now to center, to relaxed position. I recommend sitting up. If you can remain alert while laying down, that's also appropriate. But I recommend to sit up, closing your eyes for a few moments of time, bringing your awareness within, allowing yourself this profound moment of easiness, of slowing everything down, taking the time to catch up with yourself. How are you arriving in this moment? Breathe profoundly and ask this question. Are you arriving in a state of calm? Are you arriving in a frenzy? Are you arriving very distracted or focused? I'll invite you in this moment of time to let everything unnecessary go. Allow your anxieties and worries, anything that you have to figure out or solve or resolve, put it over there for a moment and allow yourself to simply be with what is. Be with the moment. Be with your breath. Be with yourself. How is your physical body? Are you holding on to tension, to tightness, to stress in the body? Or are you relaxed, flowing? Allow yourself to really breathe and allow spaciousness to flow in the body. I'll begin in a moment of time, a count down from 10 to 0. When I reach 0, you'll be in a deeper state of relaxation. Eyes turned within, feeling yourself relaxed. Going deeper now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And in this moment of time, everything is easy. And hold the intention to arrive at your center, to come to a place of centeredness and awareness. And as you take a profound breath, contemplate, what is it that I am ready to release at this time? At the end of this calendar year, what are you ready to let go of, to bury, to banish? Perhaps it's many things. Perhaps it's a pattern. Perhaps it's a quality. Perhaps an addiction. Perhaps procrastination. Whatever it or they may be, breathe profoundly. And in the next moment of time, send whatever it is that you're ready to release. Image that it enters into a sphere of light, surrounded, encased in the sphere of light. And then you send it down into the earth to meet the molten core, where it will be dissolved, where it will be transformed. Turn back into useful energy. Breathing profoundly, and upon the exhale, letting that go to be absorbed by the fire within the earth. And let us use this moment as a moment of purification. The moon is most gloriously full at this time. Bringing greater light in the darkness of the evening. So at this time, image the light of the moon before you. Image the beautiful full moon. And yes, the light of the full moon is the reflection of the light of the sun, but it's a different quality of light. Perhaps it's softer. So receive the light of the moon for a few moments of time. Breathing profoundly. Imagining that the moon is radiating out, pulsating out this beautiful light, that you receive it. Being nurtured in this moment of time by the feminine light. Breathing profoundly. And in the next moment of time, imagine that the entirety of the planet is basking in the gentle, silvery, glowing light of the full moon. The full moon in the sign of Cancer. Very nurturing and loving and motherly energy. So for a few breaths, allow that nurturing light of the Cancer full moon to be the focus of your visualization. Each human upon this earth, a child of the earth, a child of the universe, receiving that motherly light. The healing energies of the moon. Imagine in this moment of time that all the bodies of water all over the earth are receiving this healing lunar light. And imagine all the animals, all the creatures of the earth receiving these healing emanations of light. And I'll begin as you continue to hold this image of the full moon light illuminating the earth. I'll begin to share particular intentions or blessings of focus to radiate out, to connect to the light from your heart to all upon this earth. Breathing profoundly once again. And in this moment of time, let us greet and emanate calmness, to the spirit of calmness. You hear the sound of the bell. Breathe profoundly and emanate from your heart calmness. Emanating the spirit of helpfulness. Breathing profoundly. Emanating the spirit of empathy and compassion. Breathing profoundly. Emanating in this moment of time, fortitude, inner strength of fortitude. Once again, a profound breath. Emanating cooperation and collaboration for yourself, with others, and for all of humanity, to deepen their cooperation, respect, and collaboration with others. Breathing profoundly. Emanating the profound spirit of love, perhaps invoking a memory or an image of someone that you love that brings you to that moment where you feel so much love. Perhaps it's a beautiful dog or a cat. Breathe profoundly with that love and emanate it outward to humanity. Emanating harmony. Once again, deep breath. And to the spirit of forgiveness. Breathe profoundly. And now in this moment of time, let us invite and then radiate the spirit of wonderful, glorious change. Breathing profoundly. Change that is beautiful in its manifestation, that is healing, that brings joy and great health. Breathe profoundly 3 times, radiating positive anticipation of change, eagerness or enthusiasm for wonderful, unexpected surprises. And if you have any particular intentions or blessings that you'd like to radiate, to emanate outward, at this time, go ahead and do so. And let us sit for a few moments. letting the energy do the work. And in the next moment of time, breathe profoundly 3 times. And slowly, gently beginning to bring your awareness back into your body, coming back into the space where you are. You may gently begin to stretch, to adjust yourself however you desire, and I'll begin to count from 1 to 10. When I reach 10, you may gently open your eyes and find yourself awake and alert. 1, 2, 3, 4. Continuing to stretch. 5, 6, 7. Taking a final deep breath in. 8, 9. Blowing it out. And 10. Well, welcome back, folks. Hope you all had a nice time with the full moon. For she is glorious, most profoundly glorious, and visiting us very well right now here on the East Coast. I'm not sure about over there in Australia. I don't think so, because we have her over here right now. But you will have your time with her later. All right, so I want to continue a little reading that I've been sharing each week. A few little choice excerpts from a Jerome program. Jerome is a channeled entity that I study with, a channeled teacher of enlightenment. And the program that we've been studying is called the Spirilic Law of Kundalini. If you are unfamiliar with Kundalini, it is the subtle, non-physical life force energy that flows through all beings. It's a very profound energy that flows through all of us. So, last week I left us on a fabulous cliffhanger. Oh, looks like we're good. Time is up. Yeah, we're going to have to. No, I'm just kidding. So, all right, where we were last week was we'd finished with defining the 2 major glimpses of the awareized God state. The first one, I'll just refresh, is characterized by the moment of time when you are able as a watcher to create a blissful state in which you are observing consciousness. Observing life as if the God consciousness is an objective reality that the watcher can watch. So, that's the first part. Second part, stage 2 of Kundalini rising is characterized by a deepening of the watcher into consciousness awareness. The distinction between stage 2 and stage 1 is very subtle at the level of viewing it from density. The difference is very profound in the experience. Stage 1 is characterized by observation. An awareized version, observation of consciousness. Stage 2 is characterized by aware as absorption with consciousness. The subtle difference between stage 2 and enlightenment is that in enlightenment, it becomes non-cyclical. Because when you have arrived in a stage 2 experience of Kundalini awakening, when the meditation becomes so profound that you are absorbed with self as consciousness, We are not referring to the intellectual process where you sit and say, I am one with God. And in your imagination, you are one with God. We are referring to the experience where you are experiencing your absorption with consciousness, with creation. Stage 2 is cyclical because when you come out of the meditation or absorption, you return to awaken consciousness. That stage 2 glimpse, major or minor, depending on how it is you desire to view it, from the level of density, it is major. From the level of enlightenment, they are minor. Stage 2 is like the myth of drinking from the Holy Grail or being touched by the Spirit of Christ. It forever leaves an impression upon you. The seasoned expert meditator can access stage 2 by the will of focus. Most entities on a spiritual path at any one time are not having a stage 2 experience. For that reason, that will happen. For that matter, most entities are not having a stage 1 experience. But there are a handful of entities for a variety of reasons that will have a stage 2 experience spontaneously. And that is like the myth of drinking from the Holy Grail. The glimpse is so profound that it changes your physical life. You become, in that moment of time, a human with the remembrance of God as reality. So there we have it, folks. So, to conclude here, folks, I am very grateful that y'all have tuned in, that you have been joining for these meditations. For those of y'all that are new, we've been doing this every Wednesday night since the beginning of the pandemic in an effort to circulate and radiate out light and do what we can energetically. And yeah, I really appreciate all of y'all that have been steadfast and tuning in. And tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I'm still in shock about that. And then Friday will be New Year's Day. So, if you got any 2020 business to wrap up, now's the time. And then January 1st, we are coming into a new year. So, I want to wish everybody good luck in their concluding matters. You know, we've had quite some Saturnian energy, Saturn with this great conjunction, very strong in the sign of Aquarius. So it's a great time to close up any unresolved, any unfinished karma or business before planting new seeds moving into the new year. So, blessings, everybody. If I don't see you until then, Happy New Year. And if you happen to want to go a little bit deeper, you all know that every Sunday I do lead a donation-based guided meditation circle on Zoom. You can find more information about that at aquarianbookshop.com. And I'm about to start a new 6-week astrology series, also on Zoom, diving into eclipses, the nodes of the moon, using astrology for timing things, moon phases and magic, all kinds of fun, special topics in astrology. It's coming up on Thursday night. So if you're curious about that, all of that stuff is on aquarianbookshop.com's website. And I wish everybody a beautiful evening. If you haven't had the chance, I highly recommend to go howl at the moon. And otherwise, I will see y'all next week.